Ahoy Mates! Welcome to Virgin Voyages private destination, Beach Club at Bimini. You can see the Scarlet Lady behind me right there. We are here on a 5-night sailing on board the Scarlet Lady, which of course is Virgin Voyages' first ever ship. So as I mentioned, this is their private destination here in Bimini, Bahamas, Beach Club at Bimini. Not a private island, but a private, basically beach club, kind of resort style destination. So for today's video, I'm going to take you around, give you a full tour of this destination, Beach Club at Bimini, show you all the ins and outs and all the different facets of it. So we hope you'll stick around and join us as we tour Virgin Voyages private destination, Beach Club at Bimini. Alright, so here is a map of the entire Beach Club at Bimini area. So this is where we are right now at the main house. This is the entrance. You see the loop here because you do arrive via shuttle, a tram that is an open air tram, and it is included. There's no cost for that. That brings you from the ship to here. So that's where we're at right now, and then we're gonna go and explore the rest of the areas. You can see straight out to the beach there. They have cabanas on the right, they have cabanas on the left, pool on the right, pool on the left, and then eats on both sides, and then an exclusive Rockstar area over here as well. So here is the main entrance where the shuttle tram will pull in. It's not a golf cart like this, it's an actual full tram. You can see the sign, Beach Club at Bimini. We go in. They do have a desk here you don't need to stop at unless you have a question or you're checking in for a cabana or something like that. Otherwise, you're free to proceed and head on in. And what you're going to see here, as you would expect at any kind of beach club or space like this, plenty of lounging. Chairs, couches, I mentioned cabanas, day beds, all kinds of stuff that you will find here at Beach Club at Bimini. There is that large map that I was just showing you, so if you need to get oriented when you come in, that's where you will do that. Also, I want to point out right now, this won't be a forever thing, masks must be worn at all times unless swimming or eating, thank you, but no one's wearing masks. Not even the crew are wearing masks, not even the locals are wearing masks, so I think that's maybe outdated information. So once again, here's where we are at the main house. So we're gonna go check out the lounge first, right next door. So just past the help desk here, we'll proceed forward and we'll find the lounge. They have some built-in seating as well as some chairs and lounges. Looks like they have a lot of soft, I don't know if those are blankets or towels or what. They got some storage going on there right now. And you can see it's just another lounge space. Do like the seahorse driftwood art there. You have like small tables and things like that there. Chairs around a stump. So, I mean, that's basically, as the name would suggest, the lounge. It's a place to lounge and hang out here right off the main entrance. Now, across from the check-in desk and the lounge here at the main house, the main entrance point, we will find a bar over on the right-hand side as you come in. And then you can take a step down here. You can see it says changing cabana and restrooms right through there. So bathrooms and then a place to change if you need to. They also, looks like they also have lockers here. Just inquired about the lockers that are over there and was told they are free for anyone to use. You just come here to the desk, check in there, and ask if you need a locker, they'll get you a key. No charge for that. I also wanted to come back to the map before we continue, just to kind of get reoriented and also kind of explain the cabanas, because they have so many of them. As you can see, they are numbered, starting with number 1 here and then ending with number 35 there. But they are also in different sections. So you can see the ones here by the main house are called Grove Cabanas. Grove Cabanas South, Grove Cabanas North. The cabanas by the pool, which the pool is called the Lagoon, those are appropriately Lagoon Cabanas. So you have those there. We come on over back to this side, we have the Rockstar Cabanas. So if you're in a Rockstar suite, you're in a Rockstar Cabana. Those are over here by the Rockstar Retreat. And then you have beach cabanas all along the beach. So beach cabanas south, central, and then north into the cabanas. Okay, let's tour the rest of the property. So we're going to leave the main house now, and we're gonna head down here on the boardwalk, and we're gonna go to the right. Let's start to the right. So you'll see they do have signs directing you to the various numbered cabanas, as well as any points of interest. Changing cabanas and restrooms we already saw, but we see there's an eatery this way as well. I am very impressed with the landscaping. It's very beautiful. Lots of trees, lots of flowers, very beachy, palms as you would expect. But I want to stop and point out here as we can see the lagoon. We're going to be working our way all around the lagoon, which of course is the pool. It is split in the middle, so it's basically two pools put together, but it's all considered the lagoon. So did want to point out that they have all of these sun loungers here with the adjustable reclining heights, tables on the side, and they do have day beds as well. Some of the chairs have umbrellas, most of them do not. Most of them are in the sun. So if you want one with an umbrella or you want a day bed, definitely want to get down here early. Across from the lagoon and just next to the changing cabanas, well, actually I want to point out there are some showers on the back side of the changing cabanas and restrooms, important to note. But right next to those, we do have some hammocks here. You can also grab a hammock. Those are kind of in the sun, a little in the shade, not really so much, pretty much out in the sun. And we will see a set of cabanas there. Of course, those are a cost. Those are a shore thing. That's what Virgin Voyages calls their shore excursions. So you would pay additional for any cabanas that you do see here. But things like hammocks, day beds, loungers, those are included with the cost. So you do see we have more hammocks over there. And then the backside of some of the poolside cabanas, the lagoon cabanas as they're called here. So right past these hammocks is on the map labeled the court. But I don't see anything here other than some palm trees. There are speakers. There's a little bench over there and a truck. I don't know if sometimes they set this up for like volleyball or something, or this will become something, or if this is where you get picked up for excursions, but there's nothing here. It's on the map as the court, but I don't know. I don't see anything. And right next to that, we will find our first beach eats. I believe there are two of these on the island, one on the other, or not the island, the beach club here. So this is where they're going to be serving food later. Of course, they don't have any right now because we are here early. It's still morning time, so they have to get everything set up. But this is the area that they will be serving that food from. So it's not a huge area, but again, there are two of them. So something to keep in mind. It'll be spread out. Looks like they have a board here where they'll probably be writing the menu or what they're serving for today's cuisine. And then across from the actual eatery area where you get the food, of course you have to have somewhere to eat. And there's a wide selection of wooden tables and chairs around big stumps, picnic tables, all that jazz. Most of these are out in the sun. I do see there are some sunshades there, providing a bit of shade and protection, but most of them are out. So definitely wear your sunscreen, be hydrated, because you're going to be spending a lot of time in the sun. And right next to the eatery and the eating locations, you'll find the Bev Hut. The name would suggest this would be a bar, obviously closed right now, not open. So still over here by Beach Eats North, wanted to point out the resort has a perimeter around it. So a lot of it are fences or walls or things like that, or you will see signs like this, that's a team member area. So obviously that is not for guests to go in. You'll see security stationed throughout just like that as well. So working our way away from Beach Eats North towards the lagoon. Of course, we'll find more loungers and chairs and umbrellas all the way around the lagoon. And then we will find a bar here, kind of like a tiki bar. You can see it's up under the hut there, getting the drinks served up all around. So it's a circular bar. There are some seats there, or you can just walk and stand as well. And did want to point out they do have some loungers, some couches right there around the perimeter of that, as well as some chairs and tables too. Just below that, you see the sunshades up above. They do have some like block seating down on some low tables if you want to congregate and gather together there. And then it looks like that's where they're going to have the bonfire tonight, because there is a danger fire keep away sign. That's a pretty cool looking thing. So yes, they will have a bonfire nightly. So that'll be pretty interesting to check out. It looks like that's where that's going to be, at least part of it. And then we do see another set of cabanas. These are 31 through 35 over here, right at the perimeter of the resort, right on the beach, and right next to the lagoon pool. So we have Beach Eats North there, the team member and security area there, the tiki bar and the cabanas over there. Now let's walk through the lagoon pool area. Did want to point out they have a stage here with lights and speakers, maybe like a DJ, or if they're hosting events or something like that. Then of course we're going to keep seeing things like this. I won't point them out every time, but there are plenty of tables, chairs, or stumps. I love the reclamation of the wood there. Sun loungers, some with umbrellas, most with not. And then we have the cabanas here. So it doesn't look like this one's in use. Number 10 for reference, but you have a chair, a 2-person day bed. Looks like some beanbag chairs there. They have an ice bucket back there, like a pitcher with water and some glasses, and then looks like a light switch right there for a light. And there are outlets as well, 2 standard outlets right there. So that's what a cabana would be like. That's what that's going to entail for you. Again, cabanas are shore things, so you book those at an additional cost. And as we make our way around the lagoon pool area, you see there is a shelf right where you go in, right by the steps, and they do have some built-in loungers that are in the water just a shallow bit, and then you can step on in. Looks like various depths. Right here says 3 feet 10 inches. Over there looks like 4 feet. Can't quite see the inch mark, but it does look like it changes depths here at various points of the lagoon. So again, one side here, then there's a walk across in the middle. Let's head over to that. So here is that walk across area between the 2 actual pools that make up the lagoon. So we can see back that way from whence we came, and then this side as well. So it's the same sort of thing. I'm not going to show it really in depth. They're pretty much laid out the same way. This side also has the chairs built in on the shelf, and this walk across that I'm standing on is directly out from the main house. I wanted to point out they do have a towel stand here. If you need your towels, you can see these guys. They have a towel bin for your soiled ones as well. So now at the end of the lagoon on the south end, so back there's the walk across in the north end, did now see the depth here, 4 feet 0 inches. So that's the depth I couldn't see in the water. Again, they do have the loungers built in on the shelf there. I want to point out they do have another tiki bar on this side, but right at the pool, and they even have some swings there suspended out over the little shelf. So those are technically over the pool, over the water, with the little swings you can hang out at the bar, which is pretty cool. So right next to the lagoon on the south end, we'll turn, and it's kind of be a mirror of the north end. So we have some cabanas coming off of the lounge area, and then we have some more hammocks as well, and then we turn and we find Beach Eats south. So you can see they have all the tables and chairs, picnic tables to eat at here as well. And the same sort of situation is on the other side. Do have some trees providing very minimal shade, and then they do have these sunshades drawn up that provide a little shade, but most of the seats are in the sun. And then you can see it's a very similar venue as Beach Eats North was. The south end here, they have the different booths set up. They're getting ready to serve the food, getting the plates and bowls all set up over there. So you have 2 eating locations. And right next to Beach Eats South, we turn and we find another bev station. Now I think earlier I said it was closed and it was a bar. I assumed it was a bar. It is not a bar. It's a basic bevies station. Of course, basic bevies are what Virgin Voyages calls their included drinks. So water, tea, lemonade, non-fresh squeezed juices, lemonade, standard coffee, and soda. So you can see they do have the self-serve soda station here with water, and then another one on this side as well. So just next to Beach Eats South and the beverage station, we do find the Rockstar Retreat. So this is the exclusive area for Rockstar guests. You'll see they have this large building completely covered in shaded with ceiling fans. There's lots of tables, loungers, day beds, chairs and loungers and day beds galore. Do have some umbrellas out here. They're not open, but they could be. So if you wanted to get shade, no problem there. Do have some couches. Oh, I like the tiki torches. So of course the loungers, couches, tables, chairs, day beds all continue around the perimeter here, but then we've stepped up under the completely covered area. Again, ceiling fans, lights, there are speakers playing music as you would expect with Virgin Voyages. There's music everywhere. Plenty of tables and chairs underneath the covered area here as well. And then right in the center we do have the very large bar area, getting the drinks ready, mixing them up right now. Like the big ceiling fan up there. Very nice. So this is definitely a comfortable spot. Very cool in the shade. Got the ceiling fans to help keep you cool, and you have the breeze coming in right from the ocean off the beach. So this is definitely a great spot for if you're in those Rockstar quarters. And as you would expect, right off of Rockstar Retreat 360, we will find our Rockstar Cabanas. So we have a set of 4 on this side, and then a set of 4 down on that side as well. And as you can see, the steps right down to the beach. Did want to point out, this is the end of the beach club on this side. So you see the fence there, that is the end of the property. So you go down to the beach here and head to the right because that's the end. So let's check out what the beach area looks like. So as you would expect with a beach area, there's going to be a ton of loungers, lounge chairs that recline. We do have day beds, tables, a lot more umbrellas out here actually on the beach than there were up in the main area, so to speak. But there are a ton of chairs here available, plenty of space to spread out, stretch out, and enjoy the beautiful blue and green waters of the Bahamas here in Bimini. So you head out to the beach. I want to point out, because we're big snorkelers and that's what we were planning on doing today, and I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know if this is the norm, but as you can see, those waves are kicking in pretty good here. There's a lot of movement to the water and it's pretty churned up. I don't think we would be able to see anything, and the swimming area is not very big at all. As you can see, those buoys floating out there mark off the designated swim area, and it's not very large. So if you're planning on getting your swim on, getting your snorkel on, might want to look at an excursion, a shore thing. Day beds, a galore, continue. And you see your standard beach here. You do have some swings built out in the water, although they are being smacked around so much that they are actually coming loose from the, from the securings there. So I don't know how well those will work, but like that one needs to be repaired majorly. That tide is really coming in. Those waves coming strong here. And one last thing I wanted to point out here, you do see the wave runners out there in the water in a separate buoyed off area. They do have like a orange buoy going across there with some white buoys. And if we turn back in, we see the end of the beach here. We see where they're gonna have the bonfire and those cabanas we pointed out earlier. And then you see this building, it says beach supplies. So this is like the water sport area. So they call it the water sports shack. So this is where you can come in. It does look like they have some things for sale up there. We'll check that out a little bit closer. But you can come in here. I think this is where you check in if you're doing any kind of water sport activity or excursion. I believe that's where this would be if you were already designated a pre-meeting spot somewhere else at resort. And we see the sign right here next to the shack, water sport rental. Looks like little trampolines. I think they're just floats though. Fun nonetheless. Let's head up the stairs here. As I mentioned, it does look like they have some things for sale, like pool noodles, tubes, little loungers, as well as some t-shirts. Let me say these are swim shirts. No, those are just like cotton t-shirts for sale as well. And inside they have some more floats, flip-flops, sandals, and then things like sunscreen, aloe, bug spray, chapstick, beach ball, some inflatable toys and things like that. Wanted to show that they also sell drinks here. So here is the drink menu with pricing. So I just asked what the payment options were, and they told me cash or credit card, and I asked about using the band and she said she's not aware of that. So thinking this is actually technically maybe separate from Beach Club at Bimini, although the boardwalk does come right up to it. I'm guessing maybe like a hired third-party vendor though, but cash or credit to purchase things here. And also wanted to show that they have this little hut here where they're selling and renting out all of the aquatic stuff, and you see the cabanas going on down. So this is actually the end of the Beach Club at Bimini property. However, the beaches here in Bimini are public, so you could continue to walk down the beach to your heart's content. It's open for anyone, but actually these are a third-party vendor, so anything you do here is not actually part of Virgin Voyages or Beach Club at Bimini. All right, friends, that is going to do it for today's tour of Beach Club at Bimini, Virgin Voyages private destination here in Bimini, Bahamas. We hope you enjoyed today's tour. We hope you found it fun and informational. And hey, if you're interested in coming to Beach Club at Bimini, sailing on the Scarlet Lady, or the Valiant Lady when she comes out, or the Resilient Lady when she comes out, or the fourth ship that's yet to be named when she comes out, we can help make that happen. We are first mates. That's what Virgin Voyages calls their travel advisors. We partner directly with them to get you on board and come to fantastic destinations like this. So feel free to reach out via that travel agent information you can find in the description of this video. If you're interested in seeing more Virgin Voyages content, be sure to check out our playlist of our Scarlet Lady sailing. We'll have lots more content there, including a full ship tour if you're interested in seeing that. Once again, thank you for joining us for today's video. We're signing off. We'll see you next time. Happy travels!